martial arts have captivated audiences, both in real life and on the silver screen. But when you think about those iconic films, most likely you're thinking about boxing, like Raging Bull or Rocky, or maybe Kung Fu with films like Enter the Dragon and Fist of Fury. Which is a shame, because there's so much more to explore in the world of martial arts. Take, for example, Southeast Asia, where it's home to a diverse set of different forms of martial arts. But obviously, we can't fit all of Southeast Asia's martial arts form in one video. So therefore, we're going to bring you a couple of martial arts forms that we feel represent the two sides of the story of martial arts in Southeast Asia, starting with our own form of boxing, Muay Thai. Muay Thai is Southeast Asia's most popular form of martial arts. It's grown past its home country of Thailand and into the global stage, popularized by massively popular mixed martial arts TV programs. And now, even in Indonesia, you'd be hard-pressed to find a gym that doesn't offer Muay Thai classes. We talked to Coach Denny Isnanto, who's been teaching Muay Thai for over a decade, to learn more about what makes Muay Thai unique and why he personally found the fighting style appealing.
Pertama, Muay Thai itu menggunakan 8 tungkai ya. Semua digunain sikut, kiri kanan, elbow, knee, kaki, ya kan. Sikut yang membedakan sama kaki. Tinju kan nggak bisa tendang, nggak bisa sikut. Nah itu yang perbedaan different yang paling banyak di situ. Ya, pertama itu dia simple. Dalam artian gini, nggak perlu beli seragam. Kalau yang bela diri yang kebanyakan mesti di Indonesia kan kayak karate, silat harus pakai baju ini. Kalau di Muay Thai ya udah kita pakai kolor lepas baju kadang-kadang. Itu yang bikin saya, wah ini olahraganya simple. Tapi efektivitasnya lebih berasa kalau menurut saya.
We can trace the roots of Muay Thai back to the 13th century, at the time of the Sukhothai Kingdom, where in order to defend the kingdom from neighboring tribe, the soldiers of the First Thai Army were taught Muay Thai as a form of unarmed combat. Afterwards, around the 18th to early 20th century, Muay Thai formally became a national sport of Thailand, and the rules and regulations are introduced. What started as a national sport has now become internationally renowned, and Coach Denny says that Muay Thai's success owes a lot to the Thai government's continued support for the sport.
Di Thailand tuh pemerintahnya itu benar-benar mendukung dia, 100% didukung gitu loh. Contoh kayak prasarannya, dia bangun tempat stadion untuk mereka bertanding. Jadi ada wadahnya. Kalau di sana tuh orang Thailand tuh wah, kerjasamanya bagus, dia antar gym, ya kan, owner gym itu bisa bersatu untuk menaikkan ini loh, bela diri kita, budaya kita.
But Thailand isn't the only Southeast Asian country with a national martial art. So, to show you our next martial art, let's bring it back home to Indonesia. Pencak Silat is arguably Indonesia's most iconic and well-known form of martial arts. As it's not only recognized by UNESCO as an intangible heritage of humanity, it has also been included in the Asian Games and other region-wide competitions, as well as making feature film debuts courtesy of action stars Iko Uwais and Cecep Arif Rahman in such films as The Raid and John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. With over 100 different variations of Silat, we picked a style native to South Jakarta, Silat Beksi. Pencak Silat itself has been around since the 7th century, but the various different variations came as late as the colonial era, one of them being Silat Beksi. The origins of Silat Beksi can be traced to a farmer of Chinese ethnicity named Li Cheng-hok, who spread his teachings to both Betawi and Chinese people in colonial-era Batavia. Similar to other forms of Silat, Silat Beksi's movements imitate the movements of animals, such as tigers and snakes.
Dia membedakannya dia tangannya celentang, kepelannya dia terbalik malah. Ya, dia salah satunya dia kayak berdoa juga, gitu. Nah, kepelan begini dia lebih cepat buat nangkepnya, dia kebalikannya, gitu. Dan bertahannya juga dia lebih rapat dan balikannya juga lebih cepat lagi. Dia hitungan detik.
Unlike Muay Thai coaches or your typical fitness instructor, Silat instructors, according to Pak Jumarti, charge very little, if anything at all, for their training, allowing kids from underprivileged backgrounds the opportunity to train their bodies and their minds with little to no cost. But on the flip side, this means that there's very little incentive for someone to become a Silat instructor, and some instructors, like Pak Jumardi, rely on a day job to earn a living. With the conditions as they are, we asked Pak Jumardi why he's so passionate about Silat Beksi.
Kalau kita sebagai pelatih itu seikhlasnya, gitu. Yang penting berkembangnya budaya Betawi di Beksi, kan gitu. Dan anak-anak itu malah didikannya malah bagus kalau sekarang malah berkembang gitu. Maksudnya dia berkembang karena kan dari yang rata-rata kalau dulu mah kan yang tua, muda. Nah sekarang kan yang kecil malah banyak yang aktif gitu.
Muay Thai and Silat Beksi are only a small portion of the native martial arts that exist in Southeast Asia. Both of them show a reflection of the people who practice them, as not just a form of self-defense, but also as a way of life. And now, the preservation of these art forms lie in its passionate instructors and the students that they teach. Arya Siddhartha and Nico Arianto for See Today.